Alright, so here is the trading recap for Friday, February 24th. All in all, I'm very happy with how today went. I don't really think there were too many good long opportunities today, at least from the stocks I was looking at. It was a frustrating morning because I did miss a golden play, a golden opportunity. I just missed it. And the worst part is I watched it. I knew it was a good opportunity, and for whatever reason, mentally, I froze up. I didn't take it. Just got my nerves got to me, I guess, and I let myself miss a lot of money potentially. So, and this is on ZSAN. Is the trade that I missed, but I feel like I should highlight it because it was a very important, it was an important spot in the day. So I'll go ahead and go over it. I saw this in chat. Basically, if you look, it had some good news, spikes up. Here's the consolidation down, and people thought, hey, this might bounce today. So I saw it in chat. I was aware of it from the morning. I wasn't convinced on buying it. I saw this spike up and came down back to 230, and then just it felt a little choppy to me, and it was trading on low volume. So I kind of, in my head, mentally, I just wrote it off as like, I don't really like this. Don't think it's a golden setup. I'm just gonna stay away from it. Frankly, I'm just not comfortable with it. I don't really think it's that great. But a part of me also said, like, look, it's coiling up a bit. If volume picks up and it looks strong on RSI and MACD, this might be a good opportunity. Over 255, I like an entry. Sure enough, volume starts to come in. RSI is looking really good. MACD starts to have a really nice gap. And it's just a pretty clear indication that, like, look, this is turning into a great opportunity. And my nerves got to me, and I didn't pull the trigger. So I wanted to get in at 255. In this minute candle, and even this minute candle, I could have got in at 255 easily. And I could have just simply set my stop to 250. 5 cents of risk. On this is just beautiful. This setup is looking amazing. And I slept on it. So, one of these days I'm going to be able to just look at a setup that looks great, and I'm just going to be able to enter it. Hopefully soon, because I'm mentally I'm seeing the plays in real time. I'm telling myself, like, get in, and then I'm just freezing up and I'm not getting in. And I'm working on it. But anyways, volume comes in and it pops up, and the rest is history. The rest is history. This is just a beautiful move up to 3. It peaked at 3. If I would have got in at 255, 5 cent of risk, ideally going for 4-to-1 risk reward. So we're going for 20 to 25 cent move. So that's like 280. I would have, indicator's still looking great. Everything is looking amazing. I would have gotten out right here at, what is this? Indicators look great. Okay, I would have gotten out between 280 and 285. Most likely 280 for a 25 cent win. And yeah, this is just a great play. And like I said, for whatever reason, I didn't take it. But I kind of redeemed myself. Not really, kind of. I mean, kind of. But the trade I actually took, let's get into that. So, IPCI gapped up on some news, and it didn't really do much at open. Didn't do much at open. Just kind of was coiling off this support at 250. And I saw it creep up. And I love this pattern. I just love it. I thought that this was going to be a big delayed spiker. I thought it was going to just be a nice delay, pop up, make a new high of day, and just rip. Just rip to the 290s or maybe even 3. And if it gets past 3, this thing could really go. I mean, I thought this was potentially a great trade. So I'm watching it, I see it, I start to see bids on level 2 just go crazy. Volume was coming in. And I knew this spot is one of the setups I love. It had news, it gapped up. Here it is, about to break out over VWAP, and I went ahead and took it. So I didn't freeze up. I actually took a trade for once. 1,000 shares in at 264.7. It comes up. It looks a little choppy, but it is coming up. But quite frankly, I expected this move to explode. I thought that this thing would shoot up and happen fast. And it didn't. And volume was not impressive. For a move like this, I expect the volume to stay steady or even increase. And in reality, it just kind of dropped off. I mean, it's decent, but it's not what I would expect from a potential delayed spiker, you know, to make new high days. And, you know, it just felt weak. It felt weak to me. So I went ahead and just got out at 275. And I'm really glad I did. Because this thing just came right back down, and for the rest of the day, it just didn't really do much. It just faded. Well, actually, it did. It held. What am I saying? It did hold. I mean, it held its gains pretty nice. But for my exact play, in the moment, I'm glad I got out at 275. I saw there was a lot of resistance up here. You know, here's one spot, basically 2 spots, 3 spots. You could call it 4 spots. I mean, this is just lots of resistance in the 280s. So when I felt it was weak, I'm just happy I got out. And this was an $85 win. You know, I could have bought more than 1,000 shares. My risk was very small. I mean, the great thing about these moves is when you see volume coming in and it's breaking out over VWAP, it doesn't fail. If it does fail, you know just to get out. So I actually had a really tight stop. I had so I got in at 265, and my stop was basically 263. I mean, I had 2 cents of risk because I figured if it hits 263, you know, just the volume momentum should not allow that to happen, and if it does, I'm just assuming it's a fake out over VWAP, and I'm just out. So I had a really tight stop. So I was risking 2 cents. I made 10. You know, 5-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I think this move had a lot more potential. It just couldn't do it, and that's okay. Recognize when a great play, you know, it just doesn't, it's not going to be great. You know, it feels weak. Okay, take your profit. Look for another play later, you know. So I locked in gains, and I'm happy I did that. I do regret that I took 1,000 shares. I think that given this exact setup and that I was only risking 2 cents a share, I wish I would have bought 3,000 shares. That would have been a $285 win. And I think 3,000 is more than reasonable for the stock price and my risk. So that's my only regret, not sizing up bigger. But that was my only trade for the entire day. And that makes me really happy because I didn't see any other great setups that I wanted. And instead of over trading, I stayed strong and stuck to my one trade for the entire day. So yeah, hopefully Monday I'll come back strong mentally. Just look for the best setups. 1 or 2 trades a day, maybe even none some days, whatever. As long as you're not over trading and trading bad setups, that's how you're going to make money. So that's going to do it for my Friday recap, February 24th. See you on Monday.